Hello there everyone and welcome. Today we are gonna talk a little bit about, or I should bring awareness to a game that is being developed right now. So if you're familiar with the content on my channel, you know that quite a while back I was part in a group and we were playing a Mount & Blade Warband DLC for Napoleonic Wars called Whigs Tories. Now, the developers of that mod have now gone ahead and decided to make a standalone game, but it's based on the same idea. And you know, I haven't explained what what Whigs Tories is, but Whigs Tories, as I said, was a mod for Mount & Blade, and it featured the American War of Independence, or the American Revolution, however you want to say it. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and read a little bit about their announcement on their developer blog. So this blog, or this post, which I'm gonna read of first here, was posted back in March 2017. And since this has been posted, and why I'm making this video, was that it was brought to my attention by French Monk and a number of my Steam friends that they actually had gone ahead and released some gameplay footage of a British soldier walking around in the forest. I think he shoots a deer or something like that, or maybe an elk, or a large animal in the forest. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and read here a little bit what they have, what they're saying about Whigs and Tories and what their plans are and so forth. So, what is Whigs and Tories then? Whigs and Tories, American Revolution, is set during the height of the American Revolution, and it offers players the opportunity to relive the historical, accurate soldiering of this era. You have the ability to play as the British militia, loyalists, Hessians, and indeed even the French. Of course, no line battle game, so it's going to be a line battle game similar to Hold Fast, Napoleonic Wars, and War of Rights. So it's going to be something like that. It's going to be focused towards this sort of line battle style of gameplay, which I think everyone who follows this channel is kind of aware of, because I've done the latest thing I've done in this is from Hold Fast, but I've done this all the way back. We're going back 4 or 5 years. I did that for Mount & Blade Warband first, so I've done a lot of this kind of line battle gameplay. So I think everyone who follows the channel is pretty aware of sort of the idea. And as I'm talking here, I'm probably running, either if I'm running a series of concept arts or 3D models that they have posted, or the video of the guy, I think they released 2 videos. One in which was the day and night cycle, and the other one was you had a soldier, as I said, walking around, and he shot an animal of sorts. So it's gonna be through there. Let's see, where was I? Yes, you can indeed even play as the French. You can play as the Froggies. Of course, no line battle game is complete without all the trimmings, so aside from the regular ranks and files, player can expect to see officers, NCO, ensigns, sappers on the battlefield. Whigs and Tories will further offer large-scale line battles with various units, from cannons to riflemen, across a variety of different battlefields, from the lush colonial farmlands to thick, untamed forests. While formation and drill are important to gain an edge on these battlefields, skill with the bayonet is also essential to ensure victory. As such, we'll be creating a new challenging melee system based off both timing and patience. Now, I've seen I think it was a question and answer, where someone was obviously comparing it to the melee system of Mount & Blade Warband, and a lot of people have been talking about the sort of lackluster melee of Hold Fast. And how is this going to be presented to us? As of yet, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to be. I've found not that much information on it. I imagine they haven't really started to work that much on it just yet. It's, as I said, this, or I'm not entirely sure I've said this, but this is very early development, so we're not entirely sure. Maybe even Marks will turn up in the comment section and answer your questions about this. And so, very important when talking about early access games is, of course, the development team, because I have a lot of people that seems to be that don't seem to understand really that this is it's basically investing when you buy into or donate or into an early access game or like an early access on Steam or as in this development, very early development. It's very much, investing into a startup business. It can go great, as I would say that my investment into what's it called, Verdun, which led on to Tannenberg, which I think that was a great investment in terms of investing into a game when it wasn't ready. And then we also have War of Rights, which I think is going very well, which I also invested into. But then on the other side, we have games like Daisy Standalone, which I unfortunately bought, which really hit no end. And there was another game which I didn't really play much that I was gifted. I can't remember what it was called. It sort of had a Mount and Blade style to it, and that game was even removed from Steam. So it could go either way. Not saying that necessarily that this is the case of Radio Silence Entertainment, but as I read through here, we've got the current team members. Now this is back a year ago, so this probably changed, but I can read off here at least 5 names, so that's a similar amount of people to the guys who did War of Rights, and the same for Holdfast. I don't think that there are that many as well, and they probably, I actually read the latest post here of Radio Silence Entertainment, and I think they actually brought on a new coder or something like that. So there's stuff ongoing with this. Let's see. Yes, so as a part of this, you can support them in different ways. They need donations to be able to purchase music and stuff like that. And, well, all of that kind of information you'll find on the website, which I will link down below. But also they're interested in looking for talents as well to help them out in creating this. So there we have that for their first blog, which they did a year ago. And since then, I imagine quite a lot has happened since they've been able to release some gameplay. And as we go through here, let's go ahead maybe and look at some of the pictures. Now, some of these might have already passed you as I did this, but I mean, the thing is, as people know, I'm really an Anglophile, and I really like red coats. And so I'm very pleased to see how these models look, and the red coats of the 1700s. There's, top notch, and I really like these models with all the trim and stuff and the officers. And I accidentally pushed on into, well, I've got the pictures on on my desktop actually, and as I pushed through, I pushed them into a video that I just rendered. Well, that was great. So yeah, what more is there to say about the game? I mean, it's probably it's gonna be something we're gonna have to look out for and check to see how this progresses as it goes along. Hopefully they'll release more gameplay of this, so we'll see. As so far, I'd say I'm pleasantly surprised that they've gone this far. I was kind of hesitant when I actually first heard about it, and right at the beginning I remember that Marks actually asked me to do a video on it, but at that point he only had a few, I think he only had like a few pictures of stuff, but they've come pretty darn far, I'd say. And at this point I felt that I was ready to go ahead and make a video letting people know about this. And yeah, this is gonna be, hopefully this is gonna be a really great game. Looking forward to this. And I think that's about it. If there's anything more, or if I said anything wrong, go ahead and correct me. And yeah, what do you guys think of this? Do you think it has a chance? Do you like the idea? And so forth. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!